Right, guys, as most of you know, the government plans to bring in its health passports, requiring you to be double jabbed to do this and that. Nightclubs and much more are going to be involved in this, but obviously Parliament won't be. As we know, rules for thee, but not for me, are alive and kicking in the UK.
By the end of September, everyone aged 18 and over will have had the chance to receive full vaccination and the additional 2 weeks for that protection to take hold. So at that point, we plan to make full vaccination a condition of entry to nightclubs and other venues where large crowds gather. Proof of a negative test will no longer be sufficient. Now, it seems to me, Mr. Speaker, particularly on a Wednesday, when we get back to normal, that definition could equally apply to this House of Commons. It would be outrageous if the executive were to attempt to prevent any member of Parliament attending this House to represent our constituents without first undergoing a medical procedure.
What I would say is I'm very grateful for the honourable member giving me notice, and I've had no indication that government considers the policy he has mentioned should apply to this House. What I would say, Speaker of this House, there is nothing to stop a member coming into here. You have the right to come to this House unless this House otherwise says so. And I've got to say, the government's not been in touch. I don't expect them to be in touch, because as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't apply to members.
Obviously, following that news, the activist group Big Brother Watch have decided to start a crowdfunder to fight against this lunacy, something that they have been doing since the start. As it stands, they've reached £121,576 to prepare court cases against these discriminatory COVID passports, which is something I've pointed out many times before. On top of that, we also have this petition that people have been promoting, and I even put in my video the other day with links for you to go and sign it, which I will do again here if you haven't already. That is aiming to outlaw discrimination against those who do not want to get the COVID-19 vaccination, which, let's be honest, is already in place. We got international and domestic law protecting this shit. Of course, we could do with some new ones, guaranteeing it 100%, because you know with this government, they'll always try and find a way out of it, so this petition, while probably useless, is actually something I fully support. As is this crowdfunding campaign by Big Brother Watch to try and get this shit show stopped. If I find any more, I will also give them a little shout out as well. While I don't agree with a lot of the things that Big Brother Watch come out with, at the end of the day, all of that needs to be put aside. We need to fight against this lunacy, because at the end of the day, if this comes in, nothing else is gonna matter. The country will be fucked beyond all saving. Now, as you know, many people have come out against these discriminatory passes, and let's be honest, it's the jabbed and unjabbed alike. I've seen many people from all sides sit there and say, hold on a minute, what the fuck is this lot actually up to? Which, let's be honest, these sort of things was always going to do. I've said before, the more you seem like trying to force or coerce people, the more people turn away from it, even those who actually supported it once before. I have personally donated to this crowdfunding attempt myself, and if you can and want to, then the option is there for you to do it. If not, share it around and share any other information about these discriminatory passports that shouldn't be allowed. At the end of the day, we need to do as much as we can to try and stop this bullshit before it comes in. Remember, if they get it in for one thing, then you can bet your bollocks to a barn dance it'll be in for everything before you know it.
Where